Alright, most of you have probably seen the little short video I posted. I'm gonna figure out what's going on with the wagon. I'm pretty sure the axle popped. I'm gonna be removing everything here. Thank God Mom was up, because my plan to get this wagon home, if need be, right, I would put the groceries in my backpack. Whatever didn't fit, of course I would have to carry on hand. I was going to strap everything down tightly on here with the straps that I do have for it, right? Rush back after dumping off the groceries if need be, right? And then I would go back to where I would have this hidden at in the bushes, neighborhood with Walmart, and, you know, fix it right there on the spot. Back in the Western days, or any days of that matter that involved wagons and horses and buggies, you know, ever since the wheel was invented, you know, that's what they used to do. They didn't have mechanic shops, so they just fixed it right there. And that's what I would have had it done, but, you know, this wagon has been good to me, and the least I can do is take care of it, but I'm hoping that it is fixable really good. These wagons get pretty expensive, and of course I got a lot of stuff on here. I get it, you know, but shit, you know, I'd rather have this stuff, you know, so I don't have to need it, and then wishing that I had it when I didn't, wishing that I, you know, like that whole thing, like, you'd rather have something hoping that you don't have to use it rather than wishing that you had it when you needed it. Type of deal. This is why it's always best to carry tools, because you never, you're just not gonna quite know when you're gonna need yourself a good set of tools. You just never know. You never know when you're going to need a good set. Get my straps off of here. Figure out again what's exactly going on here. Get everything took out. This seat has been zip tied to that, so here's what it is. Take this off my fan. Again, I just really need to go through everything. A lot of this stuff has been with me for a mighty long time. That can stay, so let's do it. Twist that. You take our my patterns. So this is supposed to be a rug, but the material is more like a mat, like a camping mat, if you will. My hammer. My little tools here, down somewhere. I really wish my rocks wouldn't shit everywhere over in this area. Got a whole damn yard. I love them to death, don't get me wrong, but damn it, Ralph, there's other places for you to shit at. And I got these blankets and stuff, like I talked about before in a past video, you know, to keep stuff padded, protected so don't, you know, break and stuff like that, or just in case, you know, if it gets cold I can take one out, or need be, in case I ever get stranded from far distance, and make myself like a little camp, you know, something to sleep on. Another reason, because a lot of these blankets that I got, you're not going to see again. So, that's why I would have had to, you know, rush back. I might have to use this, I have a feeling. Keep that out. Candles, plastic bag, piece of wood. You never know. Plastic bag right there. My yardstick. This is the part that broke off. Sucks. Really sucks. I don't know. So this is no good. This should still be good. Taking that up, stick, and take my walking stick out here. Take that out. What have you. Take this off. Let's see. Okay. Unsnap this off next. I can tell you, there's a lot of life lessons you can learn from someone. And a lot of these people, oh God, don't even get me started, would fucking freak out and shit. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? You gotta be cool, calm, and collected, man. That's why it's always great to have supplies with you. Not just, I ain't talking about like a wagon and stuff like that, but even a car. I don't know. long time since I did a construction type of video. This here kind of came undone a bit, so yeah, kind of see that. So retied this part. My bayonet knife here at the bottom. What have you? I'm going to do that first thing. Let's do this here. Now I can get that off. Take off my bayonet knife there. Bayonet. A little bit loose, but it's still good and sturdy, no matter what. Let's see if we can't get it back on through here. What have you? Secured. I wish these were a little bit longer so I could hook them, but they're not, which sucks. I can't hit any more space either. So there's that. What I'm going to do before I do that, look at everything here. That's good, that's good. And do this pink rope right really quick. So you guys are getting pretty much a glimpse of how I have to keep this wagon going, manufactured as it will. What I have to pretty much do to keep it going on a daily basis. I don't want to say on a daily basis, but like just in case, or like when I have to make, hauls and stuff and shopping for myself, or what have you, run errands that are going to involve, of course, a wagon. Gonna be fixing this today. So about as good as that's going to get. Let me just tie one more, get that going. I really want to make sure this is good. I don't want this coming undone. Okay, so I want to look at this bar right here. And it is broken on this end of that, but I do have a plan for that. I gotta try to keep this as much as I can possible. Take off this one. Let me undo this one here. kind of thinking how the hell I ended up getting this in there in the first damn place. And that's exactly what I'm thinking too. There we go. Kind of keep those off for a bit. That's good. That's this. I want to retwist right there. Okay, let me see what's. These are strapped to it. Let me undo these at the bottom of these books. From there, that'd be awesome. Come on. Okay. This pretty much stuck. Come on. There we go. Almost. Okay. Let me go around here to this side and get that undone. It's kind of a bit snagged in there too. Let's get off my walking stick here. This is the one I use every day now for stuff like that. Let's see where this is. It's pretty much right. Snag. I don't want to snag it. These right here is fine, so I gotta flip it that way anyways. Oh. Coming a bit undone. A little bit. Undo my lanterns from here. One. Right there. Get this one off. Okay. So that's coming off good, thank God. Get this part untied underneath that. before I cut that, take out these right there. Get this done. This was a hassle on its own, just to get it on there. It really was. Did not want to do that, but I ain't got no other choice right now either. Yes, it's a pink toolkit. Because of how this is, I probably won't be able to put it on anyways. Yeah, not going to be able to. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to undo this part. I can do that. Go ahead and take off the strap right here. So I want to look at every single little thing as I'm doing this. Just get this. No problem. Sometimes you gotta do stuff, let me tell you, the hard way. Now, should be able to take this off. I gotta do one part at a time. I don't get frustrated or just caught up on something. Snagged in there good. I can get it. Shit. It's really snagged. Wow. have no choice but to pull. There we go. Almost. I gotta put this. You're usually gonna run into snags. Let's be honest, you're gonna run into issues. You're gonna run into frustrations with these things, always, no matter what the deal is. I don't even remember how I've done half of this that you see on this wagon. I really don't. I really don't want to cut this because I'm not going to. Damn it, he's giving me a hard time. 'Cause I have no room here to adjust. Okay, I'm gonna have to come up with something else now for that. So, I'm gonna take the rest of this stuff out. Nail. Equal. There's my rest of my straps. That's good. Umbrella. glow sticks, tin can, spare pieces of little wood, tools, more tools. Where? I might just do this shape. Might just do it with this right there. Like that around best I can. Be fancy. Well, keep that like that. Come on here. This one. I don't know. Oh, better yet. Boom. Right there. Turn in there. Get that. See, I wanted to do it like that. And I don't know if it will let me though. Interesting. It might. Do it with this one first, since this one seems to give me the absolute most trouble right now. See, I don't like that. If I could get this other part in there, that'd be good too. But I don't have a whole lot of space, so try. Nope, it's not gonna let me. You would think so, like that. You gotta think, you gotta keep in mind, there's not much long hook right there. But I have an idea, so let's see if I can get it this way. Like this. that one seems to pretty much work that. So I already tried it with this one, so I know that's not gonna work, but I have something that could. So I'm gonna go get that pink string over here. Get a bayonet knife here. Put that back in to its sheath. I do apologize for this being a long video. There's so much that has to be looked at right now, and I can see exactly what the fuck just happened with the background. Yeah, we'll be getting to that shortly. At least what I can do right now, at least. So, if you guys are wondering how the axle broke, you know those, they're like the turning corners of those, cement block things, like in parking lots, like it separates the parking lot and the grass.
Yeah.
And this wagon, because these tires aren't that high off the ground, right? Because they're not that high off the ground, and the axle part is not that long, well, it I always have trouble trying to get over those little bumps. Always with them, man. It just never seems to fail at all with me with that. And I heard this pop. Well, what I'm looking at, sure enough, the cage part of it, it's popped. That ain't good. Right now, I don't have the money to get what I need. I don't have another, I got no money to get another wagon, unfortunately. So, that really sucks. It really does. Big time. I gotta go over here, look at what needs to be looked at. If I can get this in here, it'd be great. God give me mercy. Really not going to cooperate today, are you? I'm expecting to. But we're just gonna go. said, this is going to drag like such no matter what. That seems to be fine. This is fine. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip it. Before we flip this, hold this back up here. I'm going to strap it down. I don't want it going anywhere. At all. Right up in there really good too. I like that right there. Now, I'm just gonna flip this. Nice and steady, nice and slow, nice and slow. All right. Oh yeah, I can see the damage already. I can see that. Shit. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that right there. It's bent. I wonder. Alright, so get my big hammer here. Try to get that in. I'm going to try to fix this, and I got some wire too. Alright, there's that. So, I got some of this wire over here. That's what I got. We're just going to fix this the best we can. This wire. What I'm going to do now. So let's see which wire would be the best for this. Before I do that, let me kind of twist that up over there when I get done. I might just grab some of this wire right over here. So guys, I don't know if you guys can see me pulling that. I do. Go ahead and trim some of that off there. Just going to grab that with my finger, if you will. Get this even. Right. Try to loopy-loop that and pull it. And just keep twisting this. Now we're going to get our tool for that. I'm just going to get a grip on that. I just want to tighten shit out of it. What you want to do. Trust me. So this is not as good as it's going to get. Right there. It really is. Like you're not going to get any better with that than this. be kind of soft, but it's the only thing I really got now. This other end. Feed that through this little hole right here. Find my other end here. Feed it through here. I have just enough for this one, so I ain't gotta cut anymore. I just want to do the same exact thing here. That's what you really want to do with that. You gotta be careful when you use these though, too. So, nice and good. Just pinch this together. There we go. Yeah, that's good. These little pieces here are still good. They still are. Still are. So I might just have to take the shoelace end of what I got over there from my straps and tie that the best I can, as I don't want that going anywhere. I really do not. It's temporarily fixed. It should hold for a bit, but you know, I just really wouldn't count on it so much until I get a new one, which means if I use this, it'll have to be used for short distances, really. Some folks may not understand that you don't want to keep pushing and pushing. You know, you can only use something so much till you can't anymore. I don't think a lot of people understand that. Everything is meant to last forever. It really isn't. But it feels so good out here. It's not even hot, thank God. Like it being so hot, it's starting to get a little bit too much for me. The older, you know, when you're young, the heat's not going to bother you, but I notice, you know, something throughout my years as you get older. The older you get, the more and more harder it is to handle the heat and then the cold. That's why you got to make the best of it. well, that's gonna have to stay. So, I'll go ahead, get this foot back. Right. I'm doing a little test roll here. See how that goes. And again, I do apologize for this video being long and pretty much unedited. But it's a lot of raw realism in this. And that's something I don't think a lot of people process so much either. So now, with my pink tool bag, I want to start with this first, more than anything. And I think I might just have it here instead, and then on the other side. I think that would be best for it. I believe so. I think that'd be better. And then I can thread this old walking stick right through here, back again, right, I may do something different. I don't know yet. I want to make sure everything's where it needs to be tightened as possible. So let me collect my garbage here. Keep your area clean, right? Keep your area clean. This stuff here might come in handy. So what I'm going to do, I'll leave those out here on that. This one is a little bit shorter, but put that in my pocket. You want to keep your area nice and clean at all times. Alright? So, let's see here. No, those ain't long enough. I don't like that. That's not long enough. I have to put down here. Let's see what I want to get back in. So one of you guys are probably wondering, I'll just show this real quick. Exactly what this is for. Keep in mind this was over on that side. It's going to be, I think, better off after here, which it will. It's like a little table, right? Like a little eating thing. This is what's going to keep it held up. So, yeah, need like a little table, right? I just pop that right there, get that board right up in there, right, say, probably right there, right? You don't want to put too much weight on this. And let's say you have to write a note, you can write or let's say you got a little campfire maybe like right here or right here somewhere, and you get done maybe cooking whatever meal you caught for that day, right? Or you got like your water, your coffee, and you just have like a little drink, right? A little drink, and these can be used to drink out of, but it's like a one-time thing or cook, depending. You got your little drink, right? Let's say this is our meal. You got your little meal, that's your drink, that's your meal. So it's like a little table, is what that's for. And I like this thing because I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy it. I think that might actually do better. And this came undone, so I don't like that at all. Try to whatever. I can get that right up in here without breaking any specific thing. Matter of fact, I may have to just move this right here into this angle. Boom. That was good. I like that. Good. Right there. Right there. Some wood. Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. So, now that that's fixed, right, I want to get, let's say, my stuff that I had in the back loaded back in. So, I would start with my glow sticks here. Get that nicely in there. Right. Okay. Next, I may want to start off with my little tools, my wrenches. My little wrench kit. I want to finally lay that in there. Then, I think the next thing I want what's in here. So what's in this bag, right? I got plastic for different things. I got 2 garbage bags for rainproof, right? Just in case. I have some bobby pins, right? Like I said, 2 garbage bags and some chip clips, the little paper clip things. That's why I can put them over this with the tent so nothing gets wet, and I had to do that multiple times. And just a disposable, you know, I guess you could say, throwaway rain poncho, right? So I guess would be my straps to tie down stuff, right? So make some room right up in there, which is good. That's nice and snug. Okay. Let's go for this can, right? This can, I did pick specifically for this round candle in here that I showed. Just put it right on in there. So that's what that's for. Right. That's what that's for. I may just probably put that grab my umbrella. Right, put that can in there. Put this right up in there. I want to put my can right up in here so it can fit nice and snug, and we'll get back to that can. So next, take my block of wood here, kind of just keep that right in there. So now that those two things are in there, right, what else? Well, let's say maybe some tools, right, can go in this can, right? I want to keep this one out, or no? So keep them right in this can with these. You never know when stuff is going to be needed, so those are in there, right? Cool deal. Next, since I got a little bit of space left, got some cord wire and regular string cord, and I got my yardstick, so I'm going to put this in here. That's what I want to do. Is what I want. And I'll lay it right in here. Cool. So there's that. Now, with my straps, I'm just going to roll them up like such, right? Or what I could do, better yet, pay attention, keep some stuff strapped right here, over there. Not a bad idea. I can't do that just yet. Can't do that. Not just yet. No. I got some other stuff. This damn hammer. Where am I going to do with this hammer? What am I going to do with it? Because I got a regular work hammer in the toolkit, but then sometimes you may need something a bit more stronger. Like, let's be real, right? You're going to need something a little bit more stronger, and that's usually the case anyways. Well, I think maybe this would actually work good there. I like that. I like how that might work in there, and it should. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, because I have no space left. Unless I slide it through here. Unless I slide it through this hole here. Which also works, I suppose, you could say. Right up in there. It's not really going to go anywhere, so that pretty much works, if you ask me. Now, what I want to do, go for my stuff over here on this fence, right? I want to go for stuff over here on my fence. What I got, 4 stick candles for my lanterns. I want to be able to get access to them. Put them right in here, right there, because I see a bit of room for them. Now, I may have to fold them in there like this, get them in. It's going to hold. I wanted the fat end at the bottom so it would be nice and snug, but not always going to get what we want. So now, there's that. So, it's my everyday, like I said, walking stick. Right. So, this will not be going on this wagon. Yeah. I could lay it right there, whatever, but no. It's actually going to go back in with me anyways. But I do actually before I put it back on the fence, I actually do keep this walking stick on this wagon in my room with my satchel bag, my saddle bag, and my book bag. So, you know what I might just do, right? No, tell us, what will you do? Slide that in there. Slide this part right up in here. See, it's all about making use of what you got. That's what it's about. So that's about as snug as that's going to get. I don't want to force it. So, go over here. Okay. Go to my old Boy Scout camping van. I want to come back around right here in the front, put it right back where it was. Flip this in around, put it right back in there. There we go. But I want to try to tend. Actually, no, I might need that out just in case. But yeah, so that stays like such. So I'm gonna go back over here to this. Right. Go right back over here to this. I want to put this handle back down. What I want to do. Everything's about nice and tight and secure. You guys saw that. I can't get it no more secure and tight and fix it any more than it is. Think about what the pioneers, the mountain men, right? Traveling bands of the days of the West, people who were banded, people maybe on the run, people who were maybe outlaws, or, you know, those who were just traveling, trying to maybe survive, you know, on and off with the gold rush type of thing, you know, because you had those. I understand how Hollywood and history paints it like, oh, we all reached towards civilization. Yeah, no, it wasn't always like that. A lot of people loved the idea of being free, being open, being able to travel, not having to be tied down to, I guess, what you would consider today's way of living societies, right? You had people that wanted to go on their own exploration adventures, and they had to have seasoned explorers, people who were hired by the government to do that. And sometimes the people that wanted those who were seasoned, they didn't always take the best advice. Take a look what happened to the Donner Party. Everybody told them, you began this in a very bad time of the season. Okay? They didn't want to listen to anybody. You know, from the pioneers to the mountain men who were hired as military exploration, who would do explorations. They didn't want to listen to the locals. They didn't want to listen to the natives. They didn't want to listen to the law enforcement around that area. They didn't want to listen to the military. And they all told these people who came from across seas, right, the Donner Party, what you're asking to cut through those mountains at this time, it's very dangerous. And it's like, well, just give us a map. Just give us a map. And eventually, you know, they got tired of trying to warn them, so they gave them a map. But they didn't follow that map. Now, depending on what you believe with that, some say none of them made it. Some say they only found the infant daughter that survived throughout all that. And you know how they survived throughout that? Allegedly, they all went mad and killed and ate each other. Yeah. All because they did not want to listen. Their wagon, their wagon wasn't even properly prepped. You know, it wasn't even properly damn near prepped. Think about that. Think about that. Their wagon, right? The Donner Party's wagon, they had their spring fucking wagon. There were different ways. There were ways that you had to prep those wagons. Ways you had to prep back in the day. For certain times of the year, certain seasons. Look at what happened to them. Again, depending on what you believe, that's why it's so important to have the proper, right, necessary tools. The proper necessary tools. Because you don't know when you're going to run into a situation. Now, see, those who were truly seasoned, and the idea when it came to explorers was carry less as possible. You know, sometimes they say less is better, but take a look at my situation. It's always best to have a little bit more. It's always best to be over prepared, because you never know. Now, I was able to fix this wagon. It may not be meant for long travels anymore. It may not be meant for that anymore. You know. And that's fine. That's fine. It doesn't have to be. But it still serves a purpose. It does. It still serves a purpose. And I believe in certain things. You take care of something, it's going to take care of you. And I take care of this wagon. And you know what? It took care of me. I understand I drug it through the mud here and there. Try to keep it going. Try to keep it going. Just like the land, and with me, my heritage, which is Native American, you know, the Chippewa, Cree, Cherokee, Blackfoot. Just like with their old sayings, my ancestors before me, along with the days of the mountain men pioneers, you take care of the land will take care of you. You know, it's not that people are so much in a rush these days to drive, to get to their destination, that they don't take their time out to seek the hidden gems of the true beauty around their areas. They don't. And that's a shame. Because it's not about speed, it's about knowing the land. And people who see me out, I get from point A to point B really quick on foot because I know the land. what we're doing now, we're just going to strap what we can here down. Right? Just going to strap what I can here down. Hopefully I can fit this in somewhere. Yeah, that's kind of just popped open, huh? Yeah. That's gonna happen. So, what I'm gonna do is just kind of lay this on top. Right. Shorten this best that I can. Get that up in there. Tighten it a bit more. Right. We're going to get our other strap here. I just want to go around this way, so I'm going to go underneath this thing. Think about so many people went through back in those days. Gotta be prepared. I love this wagon. I really do. And we're gonna put our lanterns on last. We're gonna put those back on last. So we're gonna get our net here. Gonna get our net. I like this net, even though the net is getting worn out. That's fine. Because it means it's been put to good use. It means it's been put to good use. I go right here. Just want to do what I can because it's been or probably stretched all the hell in Kingdom Come, right? One side at most, and try to get them connected together and feel your way around. That's what you're gonna have to really do. Anyways, in there, this part, if I can get this underneath hooked, if I can. Got one, and I think that's about it. That's, I think, I don't do anymore. This part, but it's important to get it nice and snag. You don't want any. You don't want a lot of loose slack. You don't want a lot of that on there. Trust me, you really don't. Come around here through the front. Each other two hooks here. Just out. That's that. Around to under here. Right there. Or I might try to do if I can. Probably not. That's about as good as it's gonna get. It really is. Put my handle back up. Boom. Problem right there solved. Put that. Now come back here to our lanterns. Come back here. These two are really old, over my father's many years. Let me come just hooked in. This rope away. something like that. Remember, we still got our extra little cord here. Got this one. Trying to do, right? Where can I put this? Well, I don't really think of a little area, but maybe right here. No, right here. No. So, I guess the only one that would have to do maybe over here. Try to get this back in. Try to get it underneath this area here. Just kind of twist that around. Just keep that twisted. One in there. Best can. Regardless. Just kind of want to keep twisting, I suppose, until I can't anymore with this. There we go. So it's twisted on there. It's not going. That part twisted off. Nothing to worry about. It's fine. We got our wagon fully back restored. So with the wagon fully back restored, took up an hour, maybe 2 at the most, and that's fine. But now I'm back off on my way onto my trail. Until then, I'm out. Peace. Happy travels.